Well, good evening. This is Wayne Albright, and I have returned for another game of baseball and continuing the 2025 Major League Baseball playoffs using OOTP 26 out of the Park Baseball 26 computer game. And tonight's game will be featuring the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox as the Red Sox try to avoid elimination in this 5-game series, the ALDS, and the game day is October 10th, 2025. So we are in Fenway Park. It's a pretty good depiction of what's probably going to happen. A nice, back and forth type game. So let's go to the playoff tree, and you can see where we are. We are in the best of 5 up here in the upper left. And the Toronto Blue Jays lead 2-1. And we have other games in series. One series has already been decided. That's the San Diego series, knocking out the number 1 seed in the National League in 3 games. And we have a couple of game 5s to play in the next couple of game days. So this one will determine if Toronto moves on or the Red Sox will force a game 5, and there will be 3 game 5s in these playoffs. There's still a potential that none of the teams advance to the League Championship Series that were in real time. I know the Dodgers, well, they can't make it because the Reds already beat them, and the Brewers are already out, and Seattle and Toronto are left. So we'll see how this works out. I hope it works out different in many ways. I'd like to see Seattle make it to the World Series. And we'll see if the Phillies can beat the Reds or the Reds beat the Phillies in the National League. And that will be in game day tomorrow, October 11th. So let's go to the computer program and see what we've got going for this game 4. It's a night game at Fenway Park. Clear skies, a bit cool, 45 degrees, wind blowing in this time. It was blowing out a little bit for game 3, and about 38 to 40,000 people will be in attendance for this game. So starting off the lineups for the visiting Toronto Blue Jays: George Springer, the DH, batting first. Batting second, Bo Bichette, playing shortstop. Batting third, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., playing first base. Addison Barger plays third base and bats fourth. Batting fifth, Anthony Santander, plays right field. Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, bats sixth. Dalton Varsho, the center fielder, bats seventh. Miles Straw, the left fielder, bats eighth. And Andres Jimenez, the second baseman, bats ninth. The starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, right-hander Chris Bassett, appeared in 32 games, 11-9 record, 3.96 ERA. For the home-standing Boston Red Sox, who need to win this game to avoid the elimination. Leading off, Roman Anthony in left field. Batting second, Trevor Story, the shortstop. Batting third, Alex Bregman, the third baseman. The DH bats fourth, Masataka Yoshida. Batting fifth, Nathaniel Lowe, the first baseman. Romy Gonzalez, the second baseman, bats sixth. Duran Duran, the center fielder, bats seventh. Batting eighth, Wilyer Abreu, and he's the right fielder. And batting ninth, the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. The starting pitcher for the homestanding Boston Red Sox, Brian Bello. 29 games he appeared in, 11-9 record, 3.35 ERA. So we will go out to the ballpark. We have everything covered here, and we'll see how this game goes. A good night of baseball, I think we will have. So it's been a good series so far. Most of the games in each of the series have been good. The last Seattle-Cleveland game was a little bit of a blowout, 8-2, to force that 5th game. So we'll see if that happens here, or we have a close game at the end. So we will start the game. We will head out to Fenway Park on a nice, cool October evening. And you can see the defensive alignment here on the screen for the Boston Red Sox. In the outfield, from left to right, Anthony, Duran and Abreu. On the infield, third base, Bregman. The shortstop, Story. The second baseman, Gonzalez. And the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. The catcher is Narvaez. And the pitcher is the right-hander, Brayan Bello. So leading off is George Springer. He is 2 for 12 in this series, batting 167. So we're waiting for the pitches. We'll have that result after the fly-in to begin this game. And it will be a 2-2 pitch to get started here. Red Sox in the dark uniforms. And that's lined into left, and that will be a leadoff base hit for George Springer. So the crowd's already upset. And stepping in will be Bichette. Bo Bichette. He's hot. He's hit .500, 7 for 14. He has 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. He hit 2 home runs in 1 game. So here we go. Springer at first, held on by Lowe. And the first pitch, there goes Springer, and he will steal second without a throw. So Springer at second now with nobody out, and Bichette looks to drive him in. 1 strike pitch. Grounded sharply down the line at third. Bregman makes the throw, but it is not caught. And a bad throw. It'll be an error on Bregman at third. And that will lead to first and second with nobody out. So Boston already committing errors here. They had 4 of them in the last game. Their fielding has let them down. So Guerrero, who hit 2 home runs, solo home runs in Game 3, has 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the first. And a 1-ball pitch. And that gets away, but nobody advances. So not a clean start here for Bello and the Red Sox. And a full count now to Guerrero. Grounded to second. Up with it to short and to first, and that will be a double play. 4-6-3 double play, 2 outs, and Springer goes to third. So that definitely will help them. See if they get out of the inning cleanly now. And Barger will bat with 2 outs. He's 0 for 7 in the playoffs, or in this series. 1-1 pitch, line to center. And there's Duran, and he will bat it. And he will catch it. And that's the 3rd out. So he gets out of trouble. And we head to the bottom of the first. Chris Bassett will face Anthony. And then Story and Bregman. 2 for 12 is Anthony in the playoffs. Left-handed batter, leading off for the Red Sox with a 3-1 pitch. Toronto in their away gray uniforms. Lined into center, and Anthony will be aboard. So a leadoff hit for the Red Sox. Trevor Story will bat. Anthony at first. He's being held by Guerrero. See if he goes. 2 balls, no strikes. He holds. It's lined into left. And it will drop in front of the left fielder, Straw, and first and second, nobody out for the Red Sox. Same thing was for Bello in the first, in the top of the inning. And now Bregman will bat with 2 on and nobody out. So rough starts for both pitchers here in Game 4. 2-2 pitch, struck him out looking on a sinker, and that's the first out. Yoshida, 5 for 16, 312 batting average in the playoffs. 2 on, nobody, or 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fly ball, well hit to the right, or not well hit, it's over to the foul line. And that's 2 outs. Sometimes I have a hard time judging the ball in this game. even though I have the trajectory on it. So 2 outs, and Nathaniel Lowe will bat with men on second and first. And a full count. Struck him out. That's the 3rd out. Struck him out on a fastball. And Bassett does the same thing as Bello, gets out of the first. We have no score so far. So Bello will lead off, or will pitch to Santander. Kirk and Varsho here in the top of the second. Santander batting .308 in the series. He does have a home run in his 4 hits. And the first pitch to Santander with the infield slightly to the right. He will ground it to second, and Jimenez will make the out. Or Gonzalez will make the out. 1 out. I don't really have my glasses on, so. So 1 out. And Kirk is up, batting .385 in this series. 5 for 13. And a full count from Bello. Fly ball well hit to right field, and it will end up in the seats. So Kirk puts the Toronto Blue Jays up 1-0 with a home run to right field. 404 feet, and that'll be the first run of the game. So despite the wind blowing in from right, Kirk got it up there and it went over the fence. So now Varsho will bat. Trailing 1-0 are the Red Sox. Varsho is hitting .182 in this series. 3-1 pitch. Weakly hit near the pitcher. Bello will up, throw it to first, and that's the 2nd out. Miles Straw will bat with 2 outs. Batting .375 in this series. So already a run in on the home run and 2 outs. Full count coming from Bello. And he struck him out. The side is retired on a fastball. The Blue Jays open up the scoring with 1 run on the home run. And we're going to the bottom of the second with the Red Sox trailing 1-0. All right, it'll be Gonzalez, Duran, and Abreu to bat with the Red Sox trailing 1-0. Bassett had trouble early in the first inning. See how he does now. 2 balls, no strikes. Grounded to short. Up with it is Bichette, and that's the 1st out. Duran will bat. He is batting .320 with a home run, 6 RBIs in the playoffs. And the first pitch from Bassett. And he hit him. Oh, there's the token hit batsman that always shows up in these games. Or the pass ball, or the wild pitch, or all of them. So 1 on, 1 out. And Wilyer Abreu will step in, batting .100, but he does have 3 RBIs. Guerrero will hold Duran at first. He is a stolen base threat. 2-2 pitch. He does not go. And he struck him out on the outside corner with a cutter, and that's the 2nd out. So Narvaez will try to salvage this inning, batting .158. He does have a home run along with that RBI. So 2 outs, Duran at first. 3-1 pitch, he holds it first. Ground ball to third. And Barger will throw it over to Guerrero, and that'll be the 3rd out. So, no runs, no hits, 1 left, 2 complete. Toronto 1, Boston 0. Jimenez will lead off. Springer to follow, and then Bichette. Here in the top of the third. 3-2 pitch. Lined into the left field corner, and over to get it will be Anthony and dig it out, and Jimenez will end up at second with a leadoff double. So the Blue Jays lead off the third with a stand-up double, and Springer will bat. He singled his first time, so trying to add to the 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. 3-1 pitch. It's outside. It's ball 4. And it's first and second with nobody out. With Bichette to bat. He has reached on an error. First and second, nobody out. With Bichette and Guerrero to follow. Full count. Oh, he pitched on the inside corner with a slider, and that's the third strike. And that's 1 out. So a big pitch by Bello. And now it'll be Guerrero, who is 0 for 1. And a 1-1 pitch. Grounded to second. And he will make the play to second. And Gonzalez will throw to Story on a fielder's choice. Oops. And get the middle out. So Jimenez goes to third, and Guerrero ends up at first with 2 outs. And Barger will step in with 2 outs for base runners on the corners. He is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time. First pitch. Lined into right, and a run will score. And over to third is Guerrero, and over to second is Barger. Oh, they're going to send him home, and he makes it with no throw. No throw. A double for Barger down the line. And Toronto plates 2 to pad the lead. So a big hit by Barger. And no throw at home, even though he probably could have got him. So Santander with Barger at second, and now the Blue Jays lead 3-0. 0 for 1 is Santander. First pitch. Fly ball center field. In comes Duran, and that'll be the third out. Toronto scores 2 on 2 hits and leave a man at second. And after 2.5, Toronto 3, Boston nothing. All right, we are in the bottom of the third and the top of the order. Anthony, followed by Story and Bregman to face Bassett. He singled his first time. 1-2 count. Grounded to second, and that's up the middle. So, a second hit for Anthony. And Story will bat. 3 hits for the Red Sox. They trail 3-0. Guerrero will hold Anthony at first. Story singled his first time. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on the inside corner. A curveball, and that's 1 out. Strikeout number 4 for Bassett. Bregman, he struck out his first time. Anthony still at first. 2-1 pitch. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Anthony will go to third, and the throw will be late. And it's first and third with 1 out. Trying to get one of the runs back at least. With Yoshida up, he's 0 for 1. He flew out to right field. 2 base runners on the corners. And a full count from Bassett. Struck him out. A big pitch on a cutter. That's the second out. 5 strikeouts now for Bassett as he tries to get out of this inning without any runs given up. Lowe, the first baseman, struck out his first time. Left-handed batter. And a full count. Oh, it's on the outside, and he missed it. So he walks the bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. So a big opportunity for the Red Sox with Gonzalez to bat, who is 0 for 1. A chance to get some runs back here for the Red Sox. On a 1-2 pitch, struck him out on the inside corner, and he couldn't reach the fastball, or the cutter. That's the third out. Struck out the side and left the bases loaded. So 3 complete. Toronto 3 and Boston nothing. Brian Bello will face Kirk, Varsho, and Straw. Kirk is homered in this game. First home run of the postseason for Kirk. 3-1 pitch from Bello. And that's a walk. It's outside. Slider missed. Leadoff runner aboard for the Blue Jays. And now Varsho will bat. Kirk's not going anywhere at first. So they won't hold him. Infield slightly to the right. 1-2 pitch. That's lined into right center field. That will go to the wall. Picking it up is Duran, and Kirk will end up at third. And Varsho will double. And the Blue Jays are looking to blow this open here in the 4th inning. So Straw will bat. The bullpen is ready for Boston. Let's see what they got. They got a whole bunch of pitchers here. And they're going to go with Connolly Early, the left-hander. That was their plan all along, to pitch the other starter if they needed to. So they will, and Early will come in, or an early exit, pun intended there. Early exit for Bello, who gets only 3 innings of work. And he's responsible for the 2 base runners out there. So let's see what Early has done. Let's see what Early is. Where is he? There he is. So he's an emergency starter or a reliever. 16 only 16 batters for Bello in this game. So Early comes in, the left-hander. He was 1-2 during the season for the Red Sox. He did pitch in the minor leagues and was 10-4 with an ERA just above 2.5. So they put in the second starter here, try to get through this inning. Straw first, or second and third. Infield is drawn in. I don't know if the outfield. I guess. Okay. 1-1 pitch. Struck out his first time. Fly ball into the corner, and that will be actually into the gap. And Duran will get it in, and a double plates 2 more for the Toronto Blue Jays. So they've blown this game open, and they lead at 5-0 now. So that one was hit hard into the gap, just like Varsho's was. And 2 runs are already in, and there's still still no outs. And Jimenez will bat. 1-1 pitch, lined into left field. That will fall. Incoming to get it is Anthony. He will hold. Straw at third, and still nobody out. And Toronto is looking to just blow this game wide open, and no doubt that they move on. So, 2 runs are in, and it's first and third with nobody out, and they're going to have to play the infield in again to try to cut something off. With the top of the order, Springer up. He's walked and he has singled, stole a base. So trying to plate more runs are the Blue Jays here in the top of the 4th. 1-2 pitch. Oh, he struck him out. Slider got him. So that's a big out. 1 out. Bo Bichette bats. He's been an RBI. He has 3 of them, 2 home runs. He's hitting .438. He's 0 for 2 in this game. He struck out his last time. So the infield will play in at third. And double play depth in the middle. And 2 strikes. And that's flied into the gap in center field. That will plate 1. It'll hit the fence. Duran will grab it. Here comes the second. Oh, they hold him at third base. So Bichette drives in the 6th run of the game for the Blue Jays. So now it is 6-0 Toronto here in Game 4, trying to make no doubt that they will win this game. So 6-0, and Guerrero comes up. As early as might have an early exit here too. So 1 out, 2nd and 3rd, and they've got to cut something off here. But Guerrero's at bat. The infield is normal. That just gives up the 7th run, but if you move them in, then you increase the chances of a hit. Guard the lines. We'll shift them left a little bit. Okay. All right, they're going to play back. Here we go. Guerrero is 0 for 2. And a full count. Grounded to short, and that's through the hole between third and short. And they will hold the runner at third. And Bichette will hold, and Jimenez will score the 7th run for the Red Sox in this game. They have blown this game wide open with 4 runs here in the 4th inning. And I think Early is going, well, Barger's up, the left-handed batter. So they'll let Early pitch 1 more and try to get out of this inning. So it's 7-0 now, Toronto, with 1st and 3rd and 1 out. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. He can get 2. 1. And over to first, 2. So they do get the double play, 6-4-3, but not after Toronto scores 4 runs on 5 hits. And after 3.5, Toronto 7 and Boston nothing. So an ugly game so far for the Red Sox as they trail 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th. And Duran, Abreu, and Narvaez will bat. They've got to start somewhere, so see how they do. Hit batsman the first time for Duran. And a full count. Inside, so they have a base runner. They had the bases loaded last inning and couldn't score. See if they're more successful this time. It's not over. Fenway Park is known for some wild games in the past. So, I mean, it's 7 runs, daunting task, but it certainly could be achievable with this amount of innings left. So Abreu will bat. He struck out his first time. At first is Duran. 1 ball, no strikes. That's lined into center field. Back goes, and it hits the wall. It goes over Varshaw's head. And it will be 2nd and 3rd as a stand-up double. So, a little bit of fight now from the Red Sox. With Narvaez up, he's 0 for 1. So, can they plate a couple runs here and at least get a little closer? The infield will play back, up 7-0. 0 for 1 is Narvaez. 1-2 pitch. bearing down and strike him out on the outside corner, and that's the first out of this 4th inning. Top of the order, Anthony bats. He has singled twice. Infield will play back. Infield will play back with 1 out. And a full count. Ground ball to second. Up with it is Jimenez. He will get the out at first. The run will score on the fielder's choice. Ground out. So 1 or 2 outs now. Runner at third. And Trevor Story will bat. Trevor Story is 1 for 2. And the first pitch. Fly ball left field. That's well hit. It may... Oh, it didn't reach the wall. Going back near the wall is Straw, and that'll be the 3rd out. So, a run, 2 hits, and 1 left. So, after 4, it is Toronto 7 and Boston 1. Early will take a seat, I think, as he was not very successful. They don't really have a lot. May pitched last game. Patrick Sandoval. I don't want to use Whitlock. We got a bunch of left-handers here. Wow, their choices aren't very good in the pitching department, are they? It's Santander, Kirk, and Varsho. So I guess Justin Wilson will come in to pitch. Justin Wilson, left-hander. And right, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You're in the top of the 5th. So Wilson is 3-1. He's a short reliever. Early faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 batters. All right, Wilson is in, and he's facing Santander. He's over to the right side now with the leadoff batter. And a 2-2 pitch. Slightly to the left is the infield now, and outfield. Grounded to third, and Bregman makes the throw, and that's the first out. So 1 out, top of the 5th, and Kirk is up. He has homered and walked and scored twice. 7-1 Toronto, top of the 5th. 2-2 pitch from Wilson. And he struck him out looking on a cutter, and that's 2 outs. Varsho will bat with 2 outs. He is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. He doubled his last time. 2-strike pitch. And he struck him out. So Wilson has a successful top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 3 up, 3 down. So we go to the middle of the 5th inning. Toronto 7 and Boston 1. And Bassett plays or pitches or will face Bregman, Yoshida, and Lowe. Bregman is 1 for 2 as the Red Sox try to chip away even more here in the bottom of the 5th. And here's a 2-2 pitch. That's well hit to right field. Going back on it is Santander, and he will make the catch. And that's the first out. Yoshida will bat. He is 0 for 2. And the first pitch. Grounded to second. Up with it is Jimenez, and he will make the throw to Guerreras, and that's the second out. So 2 outs, and Lowe will bat. He has walked and struck out. 7-1 Toronto. And a full count. Fly ball or lined into center field, and over to get to his right is Varsho, and that will be the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th. We've completed 5 here at Fenway, and it's 7-1 Toronto. So it'll be Straw, Jimenez, and Springer to bat. They will try to get a few more batters out of Wilson in this inning. And a 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Wilson. He did it on a curveball, 1 out, and Jimenez, who has doubled and singled, he scored 2 runs. He's 2 for 2, raised his average to 400 in the series. So here's Wilson to the left-handed batter Jimenez. And a full count. Lined into center, and that'll be a base hit. That's his 3rd one of the game. So he's 3 for 3. And that's going to be it for Wilson in this game. So he's faced 5 batters. 1 2/3 innings. No, 1 1/3 inning. And they will go to a right-handed pitcher in they used May last time. I guess they'll use him this time. Dustin May will come in to pitch. I mean, you might as well throw the kitchen sink at Toronto in Game 4. Try to get to Game 5. So May will pitch. He's a right-hander. All right. Oh, I put Dustin May in. And he will face the top of the order. With 1 out, Jimenez at first. He's being held by Lowe. Up 6 runs, will he steal? He will go. There he goes. Narvaez will throw, and it will be late. So he stole second, puts himself in scoring position, and Springer will bat, or still at bat. And a 2-1 pitch, grounded to second. Over to get it is Gonzalez on the play. Jimenez will go to 3rd. So now there's 2 outs, and it will be Bo Bichette. He is 1 for 3. He has doubled and driven in a run, and he has also struck out. So trying to add another run is Toronto here in the top of the 6th. And 1 ball, no strikes. Up the middle, and that'll be a base hit, and then will drive in his 2nd run of the game. And Toronto leads 8-1. So the run the Red Sox got, they gave back. And here's Guerrero with Bichette at first. And 2 strikes. Grounded to short. Up with it is Story. Will throw him out at first. So 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left. 5.5. 8-1 Toronto. So Chris Bassett has a nice cushion here in the bottom of the 6th. He has 105 pitches. Will they continue with him or not? Well, let's see. Yes, they will. Gonzalez will bat. He is 0 for 2. 3-1 pitch. That's up the middle, and that will be a base hit. So now Bassett will probably give way here. After 110 pitches, he is done for the game. Pitched 5 innings. And 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 batters. Okay, so they will go to the bullpen. That's not Toronto. I want Toronto. Toronto pitchers. And they're going to go with Mantiply here. Mantiply will come in to pitch. He's a left-hander. Up by 7. Up by 7. Not exactly sure what he is because I don't see him on my list of pitchers. So let's look at his stats. All right, he is a short-termer, so left-handed pitcher. High ERA, 15.83, but he's only pitched in 10 games and 9.2 innings. Otherwise, in the International League, he pitched 3.45 ERA, so he can be an effective player and pitcher. And that was for Arizona that he pitched for. So nobody out. And Gonzalez at first base with Duran, who has walked and been hit by a pitch. He has scored a run, the only run for the Red Sox. And a 1-2 pitch to Duran. And he struck him out on a sinker, and that's the first out of the inning. So Abreu will bat. He's doubled, and he has struck out. Gonzalez at first. He is not being held at first. And 1 strike. Grounded sharply to third. Over to the second for 1. And a fielder's choice. Takes care of the base runner at second. So Barger gets the guy at second. So now 2 outs and a runner at first. Abreu there. He is not being held. Narvaez 0 for 2 against Mantiply. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. Over to the line is Straw, and he will make the catch. So, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. After 6 innings here at Fenway, it is 8-1 Toronto. May will face Barger, Santander, and Kirk in the top of the 7th. In a game that's turned not in the Red Sox favor, that's for sure. Down by 7. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 for 3 is Barger. He will line it out to left pretty deep into the corner. And there's Anthony to grab it, and that's the first out. Santander will bat. 0 for 3. He returns to the other side now and bats left-handed. So 1 out and a 3-1 count. Fly ball down the right field line. Over to get it is Abreu, and that's the second out. 2 outs, and it will be Alejandro Kirk, who has homered and struck out and walked. He scored twice. So the catcher is up against May. 2 outs already here in the top of the 7th. And a full count. Struck him out. Looking. And the 7-inning stretch. Time. All right, after the stretch time here, we have returned in the bottom of the 7th. And the Red Sox trail by 7. And the top of the order to face May or Mantiply, as Toronto's on the mound. 2 for 3 with an RBI is Anthony, facing the left-handed pitcher. And a 2-2 pitch. Throwing it from the side, and the second baseman, Jimenez, will make the play, and that's the first out. So he's grounded out twice to the second baseman in this game. And it will be Trevor Story, 1 for 3. And the 1-2 pitch. Grounded to third, and that's through. It gets past Barger, and it will be a single, so his second single of the game. And Bregman will bat. So 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th as the Red Sox try to close the gap here. They have 3 more times to bat. Guerrero will not hold Story at first. 1-2 pitch, struck him out. Second strikeout of Bregman in this game. And that's 2 outs. Yoshida will bat. Maybe not. He is 0 for 3. Let's see who they got on the bench. Not really anybody. I mean, Rafaela. We're going to bring in Rafaela. Rafaela. So he will pinch hit for Yoshida here with two outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And face Dustin May. Trevor Story still at first. And the 1 ball pitch, that is hit high into center field. It is deep, and it is a home run. Home run number 2 in these playoffs, and that closes the gap to 8-3. So a pinch hit, 2-run home run gets him within 5. So I guess it was the right move. He hit it .417 into center field. And the Red Sox do have a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 7th. And Nathaniel Lowe will bat. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch to Lowe from Mantiply. Grounded to short, and up with it is Bochette. Strong throw, and he will get him. That's the 3rd out. So, 2 runs on 2 hits, and the home run draws them within 5. It's still Toronto 8 and Boston 3. So Dustin May, Varsho, Straw, Jimenez to bat. 1 2/3 so far for May. He has 1 strikeout. And so here we go. 2-2 pitch. And that's a strikeout. 1 out. Second time Varsho has struck out in this game. And Straw will bat. He is 1 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. 8-1 Toronto here in the top of the 8th. 1-2 pitch. That is lined to second. And Gonzalez will grab it, and that's the 2nd out. Jimenez will bat. He is 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored. The left-handed batter trying to go for 4. He has 2 singles and a double. And a 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. So May gets him out. He had a good pitcher performance. A slider got him. And that's the 3rd out. So 7.5 complete. Toronto 8 and Boston 3. And Mantiply will be done. As Toronto now will go deeper into the bullpen here in the bottom of the 8th and try to close this game out. And they've got a lot of pitchers left. And they're going to go with Jeff Hoffman. So Hoffman will pitch. He is 9-7 during the season, 4.37 ERA in 71 games. Let's see here. 4-1, okay. And he's a right-hander. Mantiply pitched. Okay. All right. 1, 2. Okay. All right. He pitched to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 9 batters. Is that right? I can't add. 24. Okay. 9, 10, 11 batters. Right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 batters. And he faced 25 batters. Okay. So now Huffman will be tasked to maybe end this game. We'll see how it goes. And he will face Gonzalez and Duran and Abreu. Gonzalez is 1 for 3 in this game. And a 1-1 pitch from Hoffman. 6 outs is what Toronto needs. That is well hit to left field. And that will clear the big monster. The green monster, actually, is what it's called. In left field, and it's 8-4 now. So they're within striking distance with 6 outs left to go. So Hoffman gives up a home run, and Duran will bat. Strange things have happened in this ballpark. So it's not safe yet. Nobody out. And Duran will bat. He is 0 for 2, or let's see, he is 0 for 1. He has been hit by a pitch and he's walked, but he has scored. 1-2 pitch to Duran. And he got hit again. So the second time he's gotten hit, third time he's been on base, and he still hasn't hit the ball. So Abreu will bat, as Hoffman is not doing very well here. Abreu is 1 for 3. Duran being held at first. 1-2 pitch to Abreu. Grounded to second. Jimenez up with it, throws to second and then over to first, and they do get the double play. So a 4-6-3 double play helps Hoffman get out of the jam here. It was a rough start to this inning for him, so that helps. And Narvaez will bat. So that chills the crowd down a little bit, and the threat is now eliminated. So 2 outs, 8-4 Toronto here in the bottom of the 8th. Narvaez 0 for 3, awaits the first pitch. And that's flied into center, and coming in on it is Varsho, and that's the last out. So we've completed 8 at Fenway Park on Game 4, and Toronto, which leads the series 2-1, is winning 8-4. So Dustin May is about at his limit here. And that will be it for him. And they will go to they're going to go with Steven Matz. Or will they go with Chapman? Could they go with Chapman? They could. I think they're going to bring Chapman in to try and prevent anything from happening. So Chapman will pitch. They will bring the closer in here in the top of the 9th, down 4 runs. So that's a bold strategy, but it might work out for them, because they got to keep the score the way it is to have a chance. So sometimes you got to gamble a little bit. Nine batters for May. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for Manapai. Bassett was 18, 27, 26, 25, 24. Okay. Okay. Top of the order, Springer, who is 1 for 3, followed by Bichette and Guerrero facing Chapman here in the top of the 9th. The Red Sox need to keep the score the way it is to have a chance. 2 strikes from Chapman. And a strikeout, fastball 100 miles an hour, and that's the first out. Bo Bichette will bat. He is 2 for 4. He has 2 RBIs. A double and a single drove runs in. 1 ball, no strikes. That's flied out to left toward the Green Monster. And right at the fence is Anthony, and that will be the second out. So it was well hit, but not hit well enough. And Guerrero will bat. He is 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. So 2 outs. Chapman to face Guerrero, and a 1-2 pitch for him. Line to right. Oh, it's right at first baseman. And Lowe will make the play, and that's the third out. So 1, 2, 3. Chapman does his job, and now it's up to the Red Sox hitters to close the 4-run gap here in the bottom of the 9th. And it'll be Anthony, Story, and Bregman to bat. And Huffman still on the mound. 2 for 4 with an RBI is Anthony. To keep the series going, Red Sox need 4 runs. 1 strike. The rally horn is going, and that will drop for a base hit. So Anthony is on first with his 3rd hit of the game, and it'll be Trevor Story now. So first base, nobody out. Anthony at first. Guerrero will hold him. Huffman's still on the mound. And Story is 2 for 4. He has a run scored. First pitch. Grounded sharply to third. Barger to second. Over to first, and that's a double play. 5-4, 4-3, and the Red Sox are down to their last out in this series. And it will be Bregman, who is 1 for 4. Can they do a 4-run rally like the Mariners did in their series in the bottom of the 9th inning? We'll see. Bregman to face Huffman. And a full count. Struck him out, and Huffman manages to get through 2 innings and send the Toronto Blue Jays to the League Championship Series. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left here in the bottom of the 9th. And Toronto put quick work to end this game back in the 2nd and 3rd inning when they scored 6 runs. They end up winning 8-4. Strong pitching performance by Bassett, Mantiply, and Hoffman to close down this series and the Red Sox in 4 games. The Blue Jays celebrate out at home, right in front of home plate. The Red Sox fans will go home disappointed. And we have an AL participant in the League Championship Series, and they will await Game 5 winner of Seattle and Cleveland. So let's go to the recap. This game wasn't in too much doubt after the 4th inning, as the Blue Jays put up 7 runs through 4 innings and was up 7-1. They close out the game 8-4. So let's see who gets the player of the game. It might be Bassett that gets it. Let's see. Let's see if Bassett gets it, the starting pitcher. Yes, he does. So Bassett gets the player of the game. Pitches 5 innings, gives up 1 run, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts. And then Mantiply and Huffman came in to finish the game out. So Bassett wins, and Bello will lose this game. He pitched only 3 innings, gave up 5 earned runs, struck out 2 and walked 2. So Bassett is the player of the game. And the Red Sox go home, and the Blue Jays will go home and await the winner of the Seattle-Cleveland series, and Toronto will have the home field advantage in that series. So they will rest up and wait for that fifth game to finish and find out who they will play. So we have another series completed here. And let's see who had the hitting stars in this game. Bichette, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Guerrero had a hit and an RBI. Barger had 2 RBIs and a double. And Kirk had a home run, scored twice. Jimenez had 3 hits, scored 3 runs. And for the Boston Red Sox, 3 hits for Anthony and 5 trips and an RBI. Rafaela, pinch hit, home run in the bottom of the 8th. And Gonzalez, 2 hits and a run, scored. Oh no, he hit a home run. So Rafaela hit a home run and Gonzalez hit a home run. But they couldn't manage anything else. They had the bases loaded when the game was a little closer back in the 3rd inning and didn't score. They had a chance when it was only 3-0 to at least break into this scoring, and they did not. And then Toronto came back with 4 in the top of the 4th inning and basically blew the game open. So a completion of a series. Bo Bichette is the MVP of this series. He batted .474 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. So we'll see what the Toronto Blue Jays will face going forward, as Cleveland and Seattle need to finish their series, and the Phillies and Reds will finish their series as well. So let's leave this game, go back to the scores. Not really competitive games on October 10th game day. Seattle won 8-2, and now Toronto won 8-4. So a little break from the more typical playoff games that we've had so far. So we move on. I'm going to save here. And see what we've got on tap here in the next game day, which will be the 11th. And of course that always shows up. And scores. And we have a single game on October 11th, game day. And it's an afternoon game, Game 5. Cincinnati Reds, a surprising team that has made it this far as the 6th seed. And the Philadelphia Phillies hosting it. It'll be Brady Singer. That's not right. Hunter Green is not going to probably start that game. I'll have to check on that. And it will be Christopher Sanchez for the Phillies. And if we go forward to the 12th, the Guardians play the Mariners in Game 5. Williams against Castillo. That sounds about right. We'll see if that's actually what will happen with the starting pitchers. So we have completed 2 series now. If we go to the playoff tree, and the Blue Jays will move on and face the winner of the Guardians Mariners, and the Phillies and Reds winner will face the San Diego Padres in a 7-game series for both. And the Padres would have the home field against the Reds, but the Phillies would have a home field against the Padres. The Phillies would have, I think, the home field during the rest of it if they won, even into the World Series. Let's see if the standings will come up. They will not come up. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. There they are. The Phillies, yes, they would have the home. So if they win and then go into the championship series and win, they would have the home field throughout the World Series. Toronto, if the Phillies do fall at some point and they proceed to the World Series, they would be the home field advantage. So that's it for this game. And I think I've covered just about everything or every possibility that can happen. We'll see when I can get to this next game. I know it's a important game, and I look forward to playing it. So see how the schedule goes and see if I can get to it in the next couple of days. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to the next game, and that will be the Phillies hosting the Cincinnati Reds for a Game 5 to move on to the National League Championship Series. So that's it, and that's the rest of the day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and the night, and see you next time.